Peter King, Monday morning quarterback, is on the Dan Patrick Show on Peacock, says Browns should not necessarily be in a huge rush to get that Baker Mayfield extension done. There's no need to rush, he feels.
To me, it's very, very hard to look at the career of Baker Mayfield and say that it has a lot of similarities to Patrick Mahomes. If I were the Browns, I'd wait. It might cost them some money, but do you want to pay a guy, and do you want to end up getting Carson Wentz, and totally getting screwed on your cap and all that stuff? And again, I think the odds are better than 50-50 that he will be the Browns' long-term quarterback. But are you positive? So I think you're better off having to pay whatever the number is, $3 million more per year if you wait, than paying Baker Mayfield right now. Because I just think, looking at his season last year, it ended great, but overall it was a good to very good season. But are you positive right now that Baker Mayfield is your franchise guy?
And Jeff Phelps, when you hear that, there's some valid points, and you never want to get Carson Wentz, do you?
Sounds like something you can get a shot for in this day and age, doesn't it?
It does.
I got Carson Wentz, and I got the shot, so I'm okay. I agree with Peter King completely, and you got to be careful when you say this in Cleveland, because somebody will immediately say, well, then you don't like Baker Mayfield and you don't think he's any good. I don't think that's the case at all.
Right.
I can't think of a better quarterback the Browns have had since they returned to the NFL. I think Tim Couch could have been, but he wasn't. There hasn't been anybody since. I think Baker Mayfield is the closest thing, if not the thing, to be the franchise quarterback of this football team. But he's been through a bunch of head coaches. That's not his fault. It's been a bunch of front offices. That's not his fault either. But I do think you need to see a little bit more consistency. And I agree with what Peter said. It might cost you a little more money. But if you go through this season and Baker shows you great individual play along with leading a team to wins, Dave, then write the check. That's it.
Yeah.
If you see a team that is winning because it's a great team and your quarterback, I won't say is along for the ride, but your quarterback is the dreaded game manager, and you end up going to the Super Bowl and winning it, guess what? Still write him the check. But if you wait a little bit, you might get a little better feel for what's going on. I personally think Josh Allen showed last year, finishing second in the MVP voting. All right, he's your guy. There's no question about that. Lamar Jackson's been an MVP. He's your guy. And I think Baker needs to kind of show some of that individual stuff. And it doesn't even need to be numbers and stats. It needs to be, watch how I lead this team and how we dominate as an offense. So I agree with Peter King completely. I would be happy to wait. But here's the other thing. I think if I'm Baker Mayfield, I want to wait.
Yeah.
Because if I go and show what I did this year, what I think I can do with this team, Dave, he's going to get a Josh Allen contract.
Yep.
Let's just say the Browns go ahead and get to the Super Bowl. You're going to pay him, aren't you?
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay him.
And
so that, I think it behooves Baker to wait as well.
I do too. And the other thing is Baker Mayfield has to be thrilled. He's finally in the same system with the same personnel for the first time in his NFL career. Every time I say that, I kind of chuckle because that's so ridiculous that he's had to go through so many systems and so much upheaval in his career.
And hopefully I won't say it settles him down, because I think that's already happened. And I don't know, Dave, if it's being with Kevin Stefanski, or if it's Baker being a married guy, or if it's Baker maturing, or what. Listen to him now compared to when he was a rookie and a second-year guy, and he sounds like a more mature guy. He has a little better understanding of everything that's going on. And I would assume that that's going to translate to the football field as well. I think we saw some of that last year, and I think we'll see more of it this year. I thought Baker played very well for the team, especially in the second half of last season. And I think we all need to remember it's Kevin Stefanski's line that sticks in my head, where he said, we figured it out as a coaching staff, and we took it to the next level, and Baker was there and did the job. And Kevin's so right about that. You know, the beginning of the season, that was another new system, as you just talked about, Dave. Yet another one. And so with that now not being an issue, I can't wait to see what the guy does this year, because I think he could be really special this year.
Yeah, and you know what? I think you're right. He's chomping at the bit to get a chance to show that.